I can now see why that Bride movie was pushed back a few months. Don't want too many attractive monster men in a short amount of time. I mean, that would have been madness. So Frankenstein is Guillermo del Toro's telling of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. As in the book, not the remake of the Kenneth Branagh movie. For the comment sections like, it's not a remake. And the story is, as you know it. Victor Frankenstein, played by Oscar Isaac. He's an ambitious scientist, hell-bent on reanimating life from death. He creates what we know is the Frankenstein monster. Then it all falls apart, and we have a film that unpacks what is human? What is monster? Where's the line? Also, another Guillermo del Toro gothic romance. Funny about that. He's done gothic romance, he's done monster romance. Now we have gothic monster romance. The man is a romantic, which is the thing about the tone in this movie. Basically the tone of the Frankenstein story in general. It has this image, this reputation of being a monster movie. Is, but never in that, hey, it's Halloween, let's pop in the monster movie for the Halloween horror party way. But I appreciate that about the movie, you know, like Frankenstein's that movie that I would expect would go for an Oscar. And everyone in this movie does a great job too. Oscar Isaac as Victor Frankenstein. I really like and appreciate the fact that this movie does embody that. You know, we've all heard it. If ever, God forbid, you've ever called the Frankenstein monster Frankenstein as though that's his name and you get the pushback, that's not Frankenstein, that's Frankenstein's monster. Though Victor Frankenstein is the real monster. It's easy to say, but I like the fact that this movie does hammer it home because Victor Frankenstein, ambitious, yes. Also a dick. But like most assholes in the world, he doesn't know he is. He's just coming at this at a very scientific angle. The subject is not getting smarter. Let's beat him. Maybe that'll motivate him. He's shit at being a father figure. No other way to say it. Mia Goth, Christoph Waltz. The movie's packed with great actors clocking in great performances. You know what's gonna be that? Guillermo del Toro takes on Frankenstein. It's not like he's gonna phone it in. This is his wheelhouse. Human themes, monsters, crazy production design. Crazy in the best ways possible. The production design in this movie... Hold on. I'll get to it. Not done talking about the actors yet, because Jacob Elordi as the Frankenstein monster. I mean, he's great as the Frankenstein monster. He's also the prettiest Frankenstein monster I've seen on screen. I generally like my Frankenstein monsters to look, you know, more monstrous. I mean, he looks enormous. I know he's 6'5" in real life. On screen as the Frankenstein monster, he looks taller than that. I was like, is that dude 7 something? I had to look it up. Then again, and I challenge you on this, name a movie where Tom Cruise actually looks his height. Movie magic is movie magic. He's got patches and skin grafts, sure, but you can still tell he's an attractive dude. And I feel you lose that contrast between the monster looking horrific, looking monstrous, but being more decent, more human. As this stands, I'm like, yeah, he looks like a male model with some patchwork. But the patchwork was impressively Del Toro. It doesn't look ugly, it's very clean. The contrast, the colors, they complement each other. The color work of the monster actually made me think this dude could be rolling with the Hedonites of Slanesh tomorrow. But it does work for the world they're going with here. Also, the production design's out of this world impressive. I don't know how much of it was green screen or set. The fact that you have these animatronic moments in these scenes in another telling of Frankenstein would have been CGI in 2025. That's what makes you question it. And those were great to see as well. I mean, there are scenes of CGI, absolutely. CGI has its place in cinema. Like I'm talking right now, I'm talking up the animatronics because it's like, yeah, practical over CGI. But in cinema, there are moments when CGI will yield a better outcome than practical effects. But the animatronics and props of corpses that he's reanimating, but only half so because he's not quite there yet, that was cool stuff. They don't do the Bride of Frankenstein arc, which kind of bummed me out. I like that Mary Shelley's Frankenstein did incorporate that, which that's a movie that also has really impressive production design. Difference is, the movie's a bit of a slog to get through. Let's be real. And that movie's 2 hours and 3 minutes long. The Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein is 2 hours, 29 minutes long. This movie's nearly a half an hour longer than the 1994 Frankenstein movie, and it feels a half an hour shorter. I mean, in retrospect, when you think back on it, you're like, oh yeah, that was a 2.5 hour long movie. But when you're there, you're engaged with the characters, and the set that they're playing on makes it even more impressive. I also like the format of Victor Frankenstein telling the story in the past tense, and then you get someone else telling the story. It just makes for a more compelling execution. I do like how Guillermo del Toro, at a point you forget that this might very well be a violent movie. It's not, I wouldn't classify it as a violent movie, and then something violent happens, and it's really violent, which is fine when it's people. There was some animal violence in here too. I get it, they're wolves, but it's close enough to dogs. In the end, I thought Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein was great. Great acting by fantastic actors, telling you a story you feel like you've seen 100 times before or heard 100 times before, but they make it feel new enough to justify its existence. The real crime here is the fact that it has a limited release in theaters. Now it's on Netflix, or it's on Netflix tomorrow at the time of this upload, I believe. The ending is a bit sappy. It's the best word I can think of right now. It's a bit more, hey, there might be hope for the future than I like in my monster movies, I guess. I think it's finally time for me to read the book. In the meantime, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. All right, so Frankenstein, have you seen it? What did you think about it? What's your favorite telling of Frankenstein? Does young Frankenstein count? I think it does. Whatever it is, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.